Today on the channel, the Lunatics are on the loose with Luna and Amok Super 7 Ultimates unboxing.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate Thundercats unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the cornerstone of the Lunatics in Luna and Amok. But for all your Luna, Amok, Thundercats, and all your other needs, hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Gotta get a deal out there. And the Thundercats, of course, they got the mutants, they got the Mumras of the world they're feuding with, and a few ancillary characters from time to time, the Safari Joes of the world. But then you got the Lunatics, the late in the series, I was going to say season, but late in the series villains. Pretty cool. We've had a few in the past. We'll bring those out as well. But cool to get the cornerstone of the group in Amok and Luna. Luna, kind of the small little leader. Amok, the big bruiser of the group. Very cool to get this 2-pack here. Of course, an extra hefty price point on this one. $85, which I think they should do more often. Some of the Snarfers and Snarfs of the world and some of the other small characters put the Wily Kit, Wily Cat together. I would have liked to seen that instead of just the single releases like we saw. So I like they put these together instead of trying to charge $55 for Luna, which would be highway robbery. Hopefully they kind of work that into more of their releases with Thundercats and other lines as well. Trying to get the perceived value correctly, in my estimation, and maybe yours as well. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what Luna and Amok are up to. Big packaging on this one. Big box packaging. Nothing on the sides, of course. On the front there, not the best to display, just kind of a bunch of pieces it looks like in the package. So for your mid-on card collector, I don't know if this really gets you going wild, but you do get the Thundercats logo on the bottom, little artwork as well. On the back, beautiful artwork. Got Luna riding Amok, of course. He is her steed, I guess, after all. And you got a blurb back here. Let's see what it says about these two here. Luna is the cruel and temperamental leader of the evil Lunatics from the moons of Plundar. Oh, beautiful this time of year. She is the brains behind the Lunatics' devious schemes to thwart the Thundercats. Luna is rarely seen without her loyal steed Amok, whom she uses for transportation and muscle. Immensely strong, Amok can punch holes through walls and incapacitate enemies with his bear hug. Watch out for the dreaded bear hug. Amok is fiercely loyal to Luna and will protect her against any threat, including other Lunatics. Look at that. So, team player at the end of the day from Plundar is what we got going on. And we're going to bust them out of the package. We're going to find out what all the fuss is about. Let me tell you, there's fuss around these Lunatics. Thundercats backing we're used to. See you later. Goodbye. And then we got big heavy-duty packaging right here. Very cool. You get the big hands, you get the little hands, you get the extra heads, you get the bodies. A lot going on in here. Going to take this offline, get the Lunatics out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Amok and Luna. All right, we got Luna and Amok out of the package here, and kind of what you see is what you get. No hidden surprises, no hidden accessories, but a lot of stuff going on in here. And let's start it off. Let's start with those accessories, and we'll start with the hands first. I guess we'll start with Amok's hands, these big, big hands. You get two splayed out hands, two open hands right here, and then you do get two gripping, maniacal, splayed out hands, I guess is what these would be. Out of the package, looks like we get two fists of Amok Fury. A guy you don't want punching down on you. Of course, a big bruiser of a figure if there ever was one. Looking good right there. But then we get Luna's hands here. And man, oh man, be careful with these. Smallest hands I think we've ever received in the Thundercats line. Dare I say smallest hands we've ever seen in the Ultimates line from Super 7. She does have two splayed out hands out of the package. We do get two more splayed out hands, a gripping hand, and a pointing hand. The what you gonna do, brother hand. She does have those going on, but man, am I ever scared I'm going to lose these. These are immediately after this review going into a baggie where they will be much safer. Much, much safer there. So we do get that. We also get a riding crop for Luna. I guess when she wants Amok to get rolling, she hits him with this little riding crop right here. Kind of mean if you ask me, but she does have that going on if that is your thing. Now I guess we'll dive in. Ladies first. We're going to go Luna first is what we're going to do. And we're going to dive into this figure here. Very, very small. A small figure, but boy, a lot of personality in this one. No doubt about it. Big hair going on. You got the gray hair mixed in with the purple hair. Kind of a purplish skin tone as well. You get that Lunatic moon right there in her forehead. Some bright green eyes. Some crazy red lipstick. And only one earring. Very fashion forward over here. Looking like a grandma. The grandma of the Lunatics is what she is. But man, she looks devious, but it looks just like her. It looks just like her, and I can hear her voice in my head looking at this figure here. Very, very cool. Big head. Her head is as big as her whole body, which is pretty wild. She does got a leotard on. It looks like she's getting ready to do some jazzercise. Of course, it was the 80s after all. She was going to jazzercise the night away. She's got a little sweatbands right there. Maybe she's sweating to the oldies with one Richard Simmons. Who knows what she's up to? Hands, of course, going to be removable. You get these splayed out hands going on here. She's got some red tights going on down into some grayish, purplish boots, looking interesting. Articulation, you get side to side, up and down of the head, very limited with that hair. You do get the arms all the way around, back and forth, side to side. No end bend at the elbow on her. No waist articulation. You do get the legs, a little bit of splits, a little bit of up, a little bit of down. She does have holes in her feet, so she should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%. What do you know? Very small figure to fit on a stand, but she does fit on a stand if for whatever reason you want her to be on there. She is technically a figure, but really feels like an accessory for Amok, but very, very small, right in the Snarfer world, I guess. And it's crazy to think like the Snarfer and the Snarf we got, and it was $55 for those. What could they have charged for this by itself? I mean, it's not too far off from there. I'm just very thankful they put her in a 2-pack with Amok. I think that makes more sense, dollars and cents, of course. But we did get a second head. Forgot to mention that. Screaming, yelling head over here. So choose how you like it. You like the sly, smiling head. You like the screaming, yelling head. Choose your own head adventure, of course, on Luna there. But now we're diving into Amok, and we'll start with his heads first. Got the big horns up top. You got those blue horns there looking very good. You got the blue moon in the forehead, blue nose, how about, and blue ears on him. Got a very big head. Looks like a potato. He's like a young potato head. Mr. Potato Head, that is. Looking very nice. Got those yellow eyes. A bit of a sadness deep beside those eyes there. I don't think he likes being rode all the time. Probably doesn't like to be whipped with the riding crop either. Tough times for Amok, of course. But looking a little bit sad right there. Second head, he's got a little bit more personality. You got the big old mouth going on. Just kind of a, hey, what's going on there? I'm guessing, he's not the brightest. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, of course, is Amok. But a very cool one there with the mouth open there. And then the third one is he's either really happy or he's sleeping. He could be sleeping, eyes closed on this one. You don't get to see the old yellow eyes there. But it's almost like he's smiling, and when he smiles, his eyes shut. Or, like I said, he's taking a nap. Taking a power nap, maybe. Who knows? But diving into the figure right here, we went through the hands. You do get the 2 fists of fury here. He is the bruiser of the group. There's no doubt about it. Very cool looking figure. Heads on here, of course, replaceable with these two, but you do get back and forth, side to side. Arms, you do get the back forth, side to side. You do get a bicep cut. Single jointed elbow, extremely tight on there, but they will move. There we go. Hands back and forth, side to side, of course. No waist on him. Nope. We do get a tail in the back, a long tail, like a snake tail. Very creepy, but it does have movement to it, back and forth, side to side. You do get the legs back and forth, up and down, side to side. Single jointed knee, yep, and then you even get some ankles back and forth, side to side. You got the peg hole. You don't need a stand for this guy, though. He's going to stand. He's got that beautiful 4-point stance going on down here, so you don't need a stand for him. Big old shoulder guards. Once again, it was the 80s. Shoulder guards were in there. Shoulder pads were a big deal. Got some overalls, liner hosen or whatever. Is that what they call that? It kind of is what it looks like here. You got some buckles going on in black and yellow. Got the brown leather of the belt. You've got some protection on the side, so nobody's going to stab him over here. You're not going to get a random Sword of Omen stabbing on the side there. Even some knee pads with the red there. And he's got some hooves in the back here, looking very cool there as well. Now, you can move his body a little bit. I was going to say, can he stand up? Kinda, not really, though. You can get a little bit there, but not a ton. But yeah, I guess he can stand up a little bit there. But I'm going to have him bent down on all fours with Luna riding him is how he's going to be in my display here. But looks very cool. I really do like this one. I love a big figure. I love a big bruiser. I love how this came out. And the price point feels a little bit more... I can stomach this $85 price point on these two together more than I can a Snarfer for $55, if that makes sense at all. Now, Luna, I wish she had a peg hole or something to stick in here. It looks like she just kind of sits here, and she's going to fall off. So you got to kind of have her holding on to one of his horns is my guess. Yeah, you put her hold on to a horn, she will stay there. But I wish there was a way she could peg in or slot in here so she could stay on, especially if you're going to use a riding crop in one hand and maybe the pointer hand in the other. It'd be nice to be able to have her staying on here instead of sliding off, falling off. But I guess you're going to have her grabbing hold of those horns there. But most of the time when we saw Luna, that's exactly what she was doing. She was up here riding on Amok. But very cool as I throw her right off there. That's what I'm talking about. She's going to come flying off if you're not careful. But it is very cool to get this, though. I really enjoy this one. This was the standout of this set. I love the Robert Bill, of course, but this one is the standout. It's got some shelf presence. There's no doubt about it. And, of course, always fun building out your teams. The Lunatics in this instance right here. Speaking of Lunatics, I got a few more friends right here to roll in with them. Uh-oh, watch out. Falling out right there. I do have a Lion-O here handy too as well. We can stick a Lion-O. This is that new deluxe one that you can find at Targets right now if you want to. You can see how he compares to the rest of the bunch there. Not a bad day at the office as far as Super 7 goes. I know the $85 price point on an ancillary, maybe smaller series character. Obviously, this isn't Mum-Ra. I get it. It turns some people off, but it is fun if you're deep in the weeds like I am with Thundercats. You're building out your Thundercats display. This is something fun to have in the collection. There's no doubt about it. Love this one, and I don't think they're getting the most out of their molds. I don't see how they could re-release this one unless they do a glow-in-the-dark in the future, and I wouldn't put it past them along the way. But a fun one here with Luna and Amok. But what are your guys' thoughts? You going to pick up Luna? You going to pick up Amok? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. And you guys know there's a lot of content. Check out the Patreon, support the channel. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Sir Paul 64 on the X, the _Kyle _Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and now on TikTok. So for another Thundercats unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to